G'day guys, just giving a review and thoughts on the newly purchased ATX squat rack and also the ATX jammer arm setup. Not too many English reviews on this on the internet, so I thought I'd give one from Australia. You can see here just a few pictures of the rack. Really good quality rack. I'll go into the welds and construction a little bit more. One thing I really like, you can see here on the J cups, something that Rogue, who tend to be the gold standard for racks at the moment, don't do, is that ATX do actually have the polyurethane or plastic coating go all the way to both sides of the J cup to protect your barbell. You've got nice laser cut base plates, and you can see the welds there are really nice and thick welds. They're I think machine welded, beautifully cut. For some reason the rack is in a sort of a low gloss coat, which is very nice, but the jammer arm accessories are in a more of a matte black powder coat. The jammer arms are in a secondary edition, but all the other attachments that I received with the rack are also in that gloss powder coat. You just see me putting the rack in its standard configuration, just through a bit of a front squat workout here. Typical sort of usage for the rack. We'll go into the accessories, a little bit of a comparison now. So this is compared to my old, again, faster rack where everything was 2" by 3" steel. The ATX rack is a little bit bigger than a 3" by 3". It's actually 80mm by 80mm, so unfortunately not compatible with your Rogue Monster Light accessories. Even the pinholes, they're bigger than 5/8 and a little bit smaller than 1" hardware, so sort of that in-between space. So while unfortunately not very compatible with other stuff, it does come with plenty of accessories. Now with the jammer arms, I got the squat rack configuration, so the jammer arms don't have a secondary spot, but you can see there I can just put them there out of the way and even use them for some plate storage. Going into the jammer arms, I'm just going to go through a few of their uses. So set up here for a flat bench press configuration. Very versatile bit of equipment. Locking mechanism is basically this screw pin, which you can see me do up here, and it actually pulls tight with a couple of UHMW covers there to stop the steel on steel, and there is a secondary pin which goes halfway in, which stops it from rotating. This is set up for a low incline bench press configuration. One thing to note with the jammer arms is that they do weigh, I haven't stuck them on a scale, but when they're empty it feels like you're pressing between 10 and 15 kilos. So some of the smaller people out there, maybe some females or people who aren't particularly big or heavy, might actually have trouble setting up the jammer arms, particularly in the high configurations, which I'll actually demonstrate how you do it at the end. These probably the one thing I don't like about the ATX jammer arms is that they don't use the sliders like Cyrenex or Rogue do, so their actual configuration are permanently attached to the rack, and they utilise rollers and a push pin which actually lets you slide them up and down. Whereas in these jammer arms, they actually have to be physically moved to the spot you want and then screwed on. Not too problematic, but I do suggest that you write down your pinhole placings so that you can find them quickly and easily next time you're going to replicate. So I'm currently writing down all the positions where I like to keep the jammer arms and the spotting arms to set up the configurations that I like. But in terms of variation, really good and flexible. Feels pretty much like a hammer strength style leather machine. And here's a quick demo of the configuration change. So you've got to lift the jammer arm up, undo the pop pin, which I've already done, drag it out, and then physically pick it up and move it to the new desired height position before screwing it in. Like I said, I don't particularly like that feature. Slides would be nice, but other than that, really pleased with the rack. The quality is good. The cost is very affordable comparison to a Rogue rack, which is almost double what you'd pay for this in Australia. Welds are excellent, powder coat is beautiful, and oversized parts as well. So all in all, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. Really awesome rack and really good accessory.